12 years, a band called Yes has been amazing audiences with its durability, its flexibility, and its magic. But during that time, there have been some personnel changes. And a few months ago, the group split apart, with 2 members of this 5-piece band going their separate ways, and rock fans wondering if this were indeed the end of Yes. But now Yes is back with 2 newcomers, Jeff Downes and Trevor Horn, joining their more seasoned colleagues in continuing the Yes idea. The artists they are joining are Steve Howe, Alan White, and founding member Chris Squire.
It's just uncanny, really. I think that Jeff and Trevor were very natural, and very naturally also there at the time. You know, a 5-piece band seems to be the way Yes feels happy, and the way the reinvention seems to come about.
The real issue is that working with Trevor and Jeff gives us the feeling that we're a more united sort of group. We're having a bit more fun. It's a bit sillier. It's a little bit looser. It's a little bit harder. It's harder work because we're all new to a certain aspect of what we're doing now, and therefore it's all I can say is if you ask me what it is about it, it's better, you know, for us at the moment, much better at the moment. Maybe next week.
Couple of years of Yes's existence, people had been coming along with more individual songs and saying, this is the way I think this song should be. That's not the way Yes was ever created to be run. It was always created to be run like 5 people together, creating it as much as possible all of the time, giving their own individual opinions of what the music should be.
Last year, a band called the Buggles topped the charts in Britain and Europe with a slick, funny sound they called disposable music. This band was the total creation of 2 musicians working in a studio, writing songs and playing all the instruments. Their names, Trevor Horn and Jeff Downes, and they are the new Yes Men.
The Buggles was a kind of the ultimate studio band, really. We used every gadget under the sun, every gag, you know, recording gimmick we could think of. And to start working with Chris in the studio was a real eye-opener, you know. It was a bit of an education because he'd always say, you know, can you play that on stage? And of course this was something that we'd never really considered before. We just used to, you know, if in doubt, put it down, you know.
While working on a tour can provide new excitement and new challenges, it's also a lot of hard work because Jeff and Trevor have to learn all their new songs as well as many of the old Yes tunes that the fans still want to hear. They've found themselves suddenly in the limelight and have had their home lives turned upside down.
I spent my whole night mixing something. That's true, too.
Yeah.
I didn't see very much of it. We got married, and then 2 hours later, I was back in the studio. We had 2 weeks in Miami planned, and it gradually diminished to, you know, 1.5 weeks in Miami, a week in Miami, 6 days in Miami, and it ended up in 3 days in Bournemouth. Steve came down. We had a good time, actually. But, I mean, we hardly had any sort of rest, really.
No, we've been hard at it.
Yeah.
One's sense of freedom is within it, and the greater the sense of freedom, the more chances one takes, and those are the kind of little areas where the real magic starts appearing.
That is really the ultimate. Is taking, having recorded an album, is taking it and playing it on stage. That is it, you know. That is the one.
Yeah, it's the other phase that I was talking about, the further development of the pleasure, especially if you feel proud of what you've created.
I quite fancy some intensive nothing doing after this tour. You know?
I think we all deserve a certain period of blankness after. You know, we need to become anonymous for a little while and creep back to our country mansions. I think we live in country mansions.
Well, I don't at the moment, but I'm hoping to.
I might do one day.
So it was just a strength within us to make this thing work. And then the fusion between Jeff and Trevor and ourselves just added that final spark that really made us feel like the whole thing was going to work.